Today on episode 90 of The Geek Perspective, Tom and I are eating larvae worms, or just larvae. So stay tuned for this and more fun. Hey everybody, welcome to the show today. I am Roy and I'm here with my co-host Tom. What's up, Tommy?
What's going on, Roy? How you doing today, man?
Not much. I want to make a correction.
Oh, okay.
I told everybody last week at work we were going to be eating crickets. And Tom reminded me, no, sir. We're eating larvae worms. There we go, right here.
Oh, yeah.
Mine a barbecue I have here.
I have both barbecue and cheddar cheese.
I'm looking forward to the barbecue. I don't know about cheddar cheese. So I guess you also noticed Derek is not here with us today. So he will not be here for the joy. Of course, he won't be here because he doesn't eat anything but cheeseburgers and chicken nuggets apparently. You know. So what's going on, Tom?
Nothing, man. Nothing. Just weather's been pretty nice, although windy. Oh God! When I left work last night, it was so pushing my car all over the highway, and I have a low car, low to the ground, and it was just pushing it all over. But the temperature's up, so I'll take it. I mean, God, it was in the 60s yesterday. I mean, take a little reprieve, but I'm here. We might get some snow next week. So.
Yeah, wait 5 minutes, it'll change, you know?
Yep. Weather in New England, man.
I know here last night, I was around 10 o'clock, all of a sudden the wind just kicked up and it got super, super windy. I thought windows were going to smash. Like they were shaking. It was so windy.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy last night.
Ridiculous. So, I was talking to Tom before the show, before we get to the worms. I watched a movie today, and it's called Camp Coldbrook, and it's on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a horror movie, and it's free if you're a subscriber to Amazon Prime. It came out in 2020. It's about an hour and a half long, and it got 3.5 stars surprisingly.
Oh,
and it stars Chad Murray, and he was on that basketball show like 10 years ago. There was some basketball show where there were these two brothers, but they didn't know about each other.
Was it called Love and Basketball?
No, it was a TV series, but it was a big hit. All the teenage girls loved it. He's from that genre there, that show. And Danielle Harris, who I love Danielle Harris. I will watch anything she is ever in because she is fabulous.
Who is Danielle Harris?
She is an actress. She was in Halloween 4. She played a little girl in Halloween 4. And she's been in numerous other movies. She's a big-time actress. Very nice.
I'm going to look her up.
I've had conversations with her on Twitter and Instagram. She'll do Instagram video chats.
I know who it is. Yeah, I see who it is. Yeah.
She's very outgoing with her fans. Very nice person. Pretty awesome. But the movie itself, it's about a TV producer with Chad Murray, and he has a TV show, a paranormal TV show of the paranormal investigators, and they're about to get canceled. So they go out and find an investigation, hoping that they can save the show and keep it on the air. And they end up at this camp, and one of the team members finds this investigation, and it's out of the blue, and they go and investigate it, and I actually like this movie. You know, you watch these movies on Amazon or Netflix, you just don't know what you're going to get sometimes. You don't know what you're walking into when you watch these things. This surprised me. I would definitely give it a solid 3 stars. Danielle Harris was awesome as usual. There were some spooky parts to this movie, which I like spooky. Spooky's pretty awesome. And the only downside is it was, for the most part of the movie, it was your basic paranormal run of the mill show. Until the ending. I love the ending. And if you know me, you know I'm one of those people that loves endings are not so happy all the time. So this movie may have a happy ending, it may not, but I like the ending. So I think you should check it out if you want to watch a good horror movie, and if you have Amazon Prime, Camp Coldbrook. It's
definitely check it out tonight.
Yeah, I think you should check it out. It was I enjoyed it. I mean, being a paranormal investigator, like I was watching it and some things happen. It's like, what are you doing? Don't do that. You know. So it's like, yeah, as your investigator instincts are like, don't do that. But it was a good movie though, so check it out.
Yeah, I'll check it out tonight. I'm putting it in my phone as a reminder.
Have you watched anything good recently?
Well, I watched the finale of WandaVision, which I liked. I know we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let me think. What? Oh, so I started watching Kid 90. It's on Hulu. It's which I believe you still have my Hulu stuff. If you don't, I can resend it. Is Soleil Moonfry, Punky Brewster, like basically after Punky Brewster, she just started videotaping her and all her friends all the time, like everything that they did. And it's like famous people. You'll see like DiCaprio and Mark Wahlberg, and you'll hear Charlie Sheen's voice. You'll see them as younger people, Stephen Dorff, and all these people that she hung out with. At one point, it was really cool because we were all friends because there was like 12 of us around the same age that were all working in Hollywood. So, and it's like there's one scene where she's with Jenny Lewis and a couple other friends, and they're tripping on mushrooms. It's doing stuff that teenagers would do, but they lived in Hollywood and stuff. So it's really, really kind of cool, actually. I'm big into documentaries, and I grew up. She's I think she might be a few years older than me, but we're around the same age, so it was kind of cool to see that they were doing the same, smoking cigarettes and smoking pot and doing all the stuff that we did, and it's really cool sort of seeing all these actors now that all these and as teenagers. So I
apologize, by the way. My dog has decided to play with his bone. I put him on his bed, takes the bone off his bed. Now he's dragging it across the floor because my dog's a pain in the you-know-what.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, it's called Kid 90 on Hulu.
Is this her new... I saw something about her having a new series.
I watched it. So, and
Are they the same thing, or are they two different things?
No, her new series is a Punky Brewster reboot.
Oh, okay.
So this came out after that. That dropped like a couple weeks ago, and I think I watched most of it. It's not all of it because I had it on like it kind of in the background and stuff. And it's so she's an adult now, and basically she's they live in Chicago still. She lives in Chicago. She has a biological daughter, and then she has 2 adopted sons. One who is maybe non-binary, and then another young girl, this little girl Izzy, is at Fenster Hall, which is the orphanage that she was with, that Mr. Warnemont there, Henry got her from. And she's just like Punky, sort of, and she takes her in. Freddie Prinze Jr. plays her ex-husband, and sort of they flirt throughout and stuff, and he's around, and it's corny, but
you mentioned Freddie Prinze Jr. You probably won't remember this, and I vaguely remember this. There was a great show, and if Linda's watching, she might remember this, called Chico and the Man.
Yeah, I know.
I'll never forget this. You know the show?
Yeah, well, I know with his
really?
father. That was his father, Freddie Prinze.
Yes. And I remember I was a young kid, and I started watching it, and then he ended up killing himself in the prime of the show. The first, I don't know, first season or second season.
I think it was partway into the second season.
And it was like, really? I was starting to get into the show. It was such a good show, and then he killed himself.
Yeah.
Great actor.
So this is it's like corny, but it's okay. It's on, I think it's on Peacock. Yeah, it's on Peacock. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are in an episode with some other wrestlers in the background and stuff. But I
have heard that.
Stop.
I have heard that because the WWE.
Alexa, stop.
The joys. I have heard because WWE has switched over to Peacock, a lot of their superstars are going to start popping on a lot of the sitcoms and TV shows and blah, blah, blah. So you'll see them, I guess, more and more on different things. So if you're a wrestling fan, you want to get Peacock.
Well, then it had me wondering because I remember vaguely, and this was a while ago, when Bayley, the wrestler, was in NXT, she had a super fan named Izzy. And the little girl in this is named Izzy. So I don't think it's the same one because I think that Izzy, the super fan, would be a little bit older, but I could be wrong. Or maybe it's just an homage to, her or something. But
I know she's like 15 now or some of that, I think.
So this little girl looked. I'm so bad with ages. I don't even want to guess, but maybe 11, 12 if I be. But I could be way off. It could be 9. It could, I'm so bad at age.
WWE screwed her over too. Actually, they had a film up. They want to give her her own show on the network, and they had to start interviewing a bunch of wrestlers, and then they never used the show.
Oh,
yeah. No reason to hate WWE. Get a little kid and get them doing stuff, and you say, "No, I'm not gonna do it." But they'll show clips of it, and it looks really good. Like she interviews the wrestlers very professionally, but she also has that little kid in her. But she's very professional, and they seem to. You could tell that they liked being interviewed by her.
Yeah.
So it was like, give and take from both sides. It was like you're not going to use it, really.
That's WWE. But speaking of which, I'm glad you brought that up about the whole Peacock thing. That's because I have Peacock. I was telling you, I actually comes free with my Verizon account or whatever, and I guess this next pay-per-view for WWE, I get to watch on my Peacock now or something because
I think all pay-per-views are free, right?
Yeah, I believe starting them this next one, whenever it is, it's the one right before WrestleMania.
You get to watch horrible professional wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'll check it out. You know what I mean? Because it's free. And see what it's like, see how it works and whatever. But I mean,
they were questioning that. They're like, "How's that going to work for commercials? Like, are they going to have commercials in it?" There are a lot of questions, I guess. So a lot of people will be watching to see how they do this.
Yeah, I guess that's why they picked to roll it out on the pay-per-view before WrestleMania too. That way they can work out any bugs or issues before the big WrestleMania show.
Yeah, because I believe that it's on Peacock, but it's also running on the network too.
Oh yeah,
the network's not shut down yet. They're not shutting down till May or something like that, or April.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna be running on the network in case there are issues. I think that's mainly why.
Makes sense. I mean, it makes sense if you think. I mean, Disney Plus crashed. The
3 days after
for the finale of WandaVision at 12:01 a.m. the day it
really?
dropped. Yeah, the app crashed. I didn't even know, but it was a podcast I listened to. The guy was talking about it. That so many people flooded at 12:01 a.m. to watch the finale of WandaVision that it crashed the site. So
instant gratification.
Yep.
Speaking of that, you want to eat some of these damn larvae?
Okay.
Get this over with.
Yeah. What kind do you have?
I have the barbecue.
All right, then I'll have some of the cheddar cheese.
All right, I'm gonna open up.
How many are you gonna eat?
I'm gonna try one first, and then go from there. Gonna get a taste of it. I know some people at work were like, "Oh, I couldn't eat that. They'd be all gooey." I'm like, "No, they're crunchy. They're not they're not very what's the word? They're not gooey."
All right, I have like 3.5, 4 right here. So,
Give a view of it. If you guys can see.
yeah. That's yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks good on the white background. You can really see it.
Gonna give you an idea. Just put it back in my hand so you don't think I'm not doing it.
Yep. Put them in my hand. I'm doing a couple at a time here, Roy.
All right, fine. I'll do a few too.
Oh, you don't have to. I'm just saying I am because I don't.
Hey, whatever you do, I'm gonna do.
I'm afraid if I just do one, I'm not going to do any more.
Hey, as long as you don't puke afterwards, you know.
Yep. But they are crunchy. They're almost brittle.
Speaking of, I know, I'm afraid to really do anything with it if it'll crumble in my hand. We do have an announcement to make after do this also, by the way. Yep. I received something, and I want to show you guys.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Put them in my. I put them in my hand.
Oh.
All right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right.
You need something to get them down.
What's that?
I need something to get them down. They're very dry.
Yeah, very dry.
All I taste is barbecue. If I didn't know they were larvae, or these actually look like mealworms more than larvae.
I think they really are mealworms.
Yeah, I do too. I think these are mealworms.
Because they call them larvettes. I think that's just them trying to be cute. For
marketing. Okay. I thought it was called larvae.
So, yeah, if you didn't know that they were worm meals, it would just kind of these taste a little like cheddar cheese. It would taste like a stale cracker. Yeah, I mean, not terrible. I'm not digging the aftertaste.
See, barbecue there's no aftertaste. It tastes. I'm trying to think how I would equate it. The texture. All I taste is barbecue. I would say like eating if Rice Krispies had barbecue flavor.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a good Rice. That is
crunch.
Really good. Yeah,
the crunch. If like when I put it in my mouth, I'm thinking,
ugh.
I'm eating worms. But then I was like, "Ooh, barbecue! I could do this." And then it was like, "There's no other flavor." Like when we ate the scorpion, that was horrible chocolate.
Yeah, it was. The aftertaste was terrible too. Ugh.
Guys, when I do my challenges, the chocolate I get when I do chocolate challenge or any challenge, the flavors are premium flavors. Like whatever company does makes the chocolate or the challenge, they use premium products, so it tastes real good regardless. Yeah.
So Linda's got a question. Is it the same as maggots? I don't believe so.
No, maggots are totally different.
These are worm meals, right? Or mealworms?
Yeah, these are stuff you feed to your lizards and stuff.
Yeah, it was
When I had my bearded dragon, we were told not to feed these to bearded dragons because of the exoskeleton. But from what I understand, that's changed now, and people have started to. I still wouldn't, only because the reasoning. They have super worms and they have mealworms. Give you guys a little education real quick. These are mealworms, and the outside skull is harder. So beta dragons have trouble digesting, whereas super worms, the outside shell is soft and they absorb them a lot easier.
Oh, okay.
But I guess some of that thought has changed, and more people are starting to feed them now. Like I said, I personally wouldn't own because I had my bearded dragon 12 years ago. You know, things change all the time. So
yeah.
Back to what we were saying. Maggots are totally different things.
Yeah, I don't know if I could eat a maggot. Maggots gross me out. So I don't know if I could eat a maggot. I mean,
you can buy 1,000 of these for $20.
Oh wow.
No, probably even more.
So sorry. Definitely interesting. I mean, anybody else? I got plenty, so we can try them again in the future, or maybe we would do something like you said, add them to some chocolate. Oh, Shay, that's right. She had talked about making some fudge and mixing different types of bugs into the fudge. Supposedly, she makes excellent fudge. So,
barbecue fudge.
Yeah, barbecue and cheddar cheese.
Cheddar cheese fudge.
The cricket's coming up. A few weeks or something.
That'd be a challenge, Tom.
What's that?
Have to make the fudge, and we'll put like weird stuff in the fudge, like barbecue, lavettes, crickets.
That would be a lot of fun. Because she asked me, she goes, "Do you think Roy would do it when the night a couple weeks ago when you took off the weekend for the shows?" She asked me, and I was like, I know Roy's down to try anything once. He's like me. Yeah. We'll try anything once, and The
one thing I would have a problem with, and the one issue, is drinking things. That's the one thing that I would guarantee I would lose, because I hate the feeling of being bloated.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I mean, if you guys wanted to do it, I would do it. I'm not Derek. I'm not going to chicken out. I would lose miserably, but I would do it.
Yeah, I'm not.
But also, guys, if you guys have ideas for challenges, we're going to do an episode on it. But throw stuff in the comments below or comment live. Give us some ideas for challenges. We'll write them down, and we'll as long as all three of us have to agree. That's the only rule.
Yeah,
we all agree to it. And me and Tom will do almost anything. Tom, hot stuff for him, not so much. I'll personally try anything. Derek will probably want to do nothing.
Probably nothing.
So we'll have to figure out. Derek's girlfriend wants me to push doing pizza, because she's like, he needs to eat some stuff and make him eat pizza. So I told her.
But doesn't he like pizza?
Yeah, he likes cheese pizza.
Oh, okay. That's it. He only likes cheese?
Yeah.
What a boring life.
All right, guys. So I got this in the mail. This is my new hot sauce. And I'm going to do a separate video and upload it soon. And I'm going to review this hot sauce at my Hot Sauce of the Month Club. So stay tuned for that. We're starting to do videos. I don't know if you guys check it out. I did a quick little half-assed video last week about Lois and Clark and the issues that they're having because of COVID. And we're going to start doing stuff like that. I'm going to start doing some news. Tom might throw up some news. Derek won't throw up any news. We're hoping to do unboxings. I still have to do. They're not unboxings. I just want to show them off. The gifts I got from some friends. One of them was Linda. I want to show off some stuff that I received, and I want to do videos on those still. So we have a lot of stuff coming up. So stay tuned for that. But we were talking about a challenge, a new challenge. And it was a challenge that we had done in the past, but this is worse.
Oh, God.
And Tom knows what it is.
Oh, yeah.
So here it is. The Death Nut Challenge 3.0. Let me go full screen here.
Yeah, go full screen, dude.
So here's the challenge. Here's the Death Nut Challenge 3.0.
God, the box even looks scary.
Yeah. When I saw the box, I was like, are you kidding me? Who wants to do the challenge? So here's the back of it. And the first level goes, are you ready for this? 2 is the party is starting. 3 is question your commitment. 4 is boom, fire it up. And 5 is the death nut. And as you can see, they're in packages this time. Whereas, let me show you. I do have another one from the death nut. Tom's favorite package.
Oh, God.
This is the one Tom and I did last summer.
Oh.
Where everybody I worked with was worried about Tom for weeks.
Yeah, I'm getting flashbacks.
This is the one, the original package, where they're individually wrapped in like little containers, several nuts. So to put them side by side. This, let's see, how do I get this on here? This is the new one. So you see the difference.
Oh, yeah.
And they're in bags. And the new one is enough for 2 to 3 people. So, yeah. So I am not going to be doing a whole... if someone gets us to 100 subscribers, I would do it. The whole package. But if we don't get to 100 subscribers, I'm not doing the whole package. But if I'd like to find someone to do it with us, well, with me anyway, Tom, we can do it.
I know. I can't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The 2 kills.
Hey, you at least tried the first one.
Well, I did it.
You succeeded.
Yeah.
But you're not a big hot, spicy person, but you tried it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, and I'm glad I did. I mean, I'm glad I did it because it's like one of those things where I would have been wondering, and it's like I said, I'll try anything once, and I did. I tried it. I beat the challenge, but I knew right away that, I mean, even to this day, like, spicy is just weird to me now. Like, the hottest I can get is sriracha, and that's not even that hot, and it's definitely altered it, but I'm totally glad I did it, and I can't do it. I can't do another one.
Yeah, I think you did awesome. You did the challenge. I think a lot of people have failed it. And like I said, you're not really a lover of hot and spicy food.
Yeah, exactly.
You still do the challenge,
Yeah, before, I mean, I liked spicy-ish, but I mean, even when I would go get wings, I would always ask mild, you know what I mean, before at the challenge,
But you know that, like, even more so now that, you go to the store or restaurant and get spicy food. There's restaurant spicy food and there's challenge spicy food.
Completely different.
When we were hoping it was a challenge spicy food, but at the same time, you're like, fuck, I hope it's not a challenge spicy food because this is going to be horrible.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And Blazing Foods is the death of me. I think I'm like 1-3. I beat the Death Nut, but I lost the Tube of Terror.
Yeah.
Lost the Peanut Brutal. Wasn't there another one I lost?
I thought it was only because I thought you remember saying you lost 3 of them, but I can't remember. You did those noodles, no problem.
Yeah. I have to go back and look at the videos.
Yeah, you did the white chocolate, no problem.
I did the 1 chip challenge.
The 1 chip.
Huh. Well, anyway, I lost several of them regardless. I've lost more than I won. And I keep going back to it. They're coming out with a corn nugs death nut challenge.
Oh, really?
Well, tube of terror challenge, where they're all in the tube of terror tube.
Yeah.
And all you do is just eat them all as fast as you can, because some people who have nut allergies couldn't do the tube of terror or the death nut. So they did one that for people,
That's so. Are they similar to like the corn
You don't
nugs?
want to talk, Rich.
Hey, are they similar to the corn nugs that like I got you that time?
That's what they are. They're exactly
Okay.
that. Only they're hotter than the other nuts.
I got you.
I watched Chase the Heat guys do it, and these guys eat the stuff before it comes out to the public, and they were struggling. So I'm like, F me. So I have to try it. I actually have. I still have the corn nugs here, and these are the Carolina Reaper, Trinidad Scorpion, 7-pot brain strain ghost peppers, and I can eat these no problem. They're actually really good.
They are pretty hot though. I think they're hot, at least. I know my definition of hot is very different than yours, Roy. But to me, they're hot.
I still have that Carolina Reaper popcorn to make too.
Oh, nice. I definitely will try a piece of that popcorn. I would definitely try a piece.
I'll save it for when you come down.
So
so that's what we get going on. Anakin likes the corn nugs too.
Yeah.
When they fall on the floor, little bastard. Gotta pick it up. He gets to it before you have a chance to get to it. So, last thoughts on the Lavettes.
So, I mean, weird, not terrible. Didn't kill me. I mean, it's glad they were crunchy, because that's my one. I know the crickets are crunchy too, but it was me and Shay were talking, and then she was like, "Yeah, if you bite into it and it pops the cricket," and I was like, "Ooh, that creeps me out," because I know what she's talking about, and I don't want that to happen with the crickets. Yeah, I mean, they weren't terrible. It's I mean, I'm not going to be snacking on them for fun, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. But I will say, if I closed my eyes and you put them in my hand and I ate them, I would thought they were Rice Krispies treats, or Rice Krispies that were flavored with barbecue. So I was like, why would you give me barbecue Rice Krispies? That's what I would have thought. Or something of that texture.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Because they seemed like airy, like they weren't like thick, chewy, like they seemed very airy and crunchy. Like they literally disintegrated in my mouth.
Yeah, they were very airy. There was yeah.
Like, so. They wouldn't eat bugs if they didn't know what they were eating and put it in the mouth. They're probably like, oh, it's something barbecue.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not disgusting. The looks are worse than the actual taste.
Yes, I 100% agree with you there. The look is worse than the taste.
What we'll have to do though is get together and I'll try the cheese ones. You have to try the barbecue. Yeah,
definitely. And then we'll take the rest, like I said, and give them to Shay, and she can make up some fudge with just mystery stuff in it. And
that'd be a cool challenge.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. And yeah, I'm down for that. Maybe we can convince Derek somehow if it's something that you like.
Jesus, my God.
So yeah, that would be cool.
My beast of an animal over here.
Cool. So, WandaVision.
Yes. Almost forgot.
Your thoughts?
It started, but ended awesome. For me, it was okay at the beginning of the first couple episodes, but at the end of episode 2, going into 3, it started getting better, and then it just every episode just kept getting better and better and better. And then more characters came on. It just upped the ante. Trying to figure out what was going on because I never followed Vision of the Scarlet Witch. The twists and turns that they had, I thought were really cool of who the bad guy was because I was thinking all these different things. I was wondering if there were going to be any bigger Marvel people in the show because of the potential crossover.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm disappointed that this is supposed to be a 1 season. That's it.
A lot of people were disappointed in that they didn't know that. I don't think I knew for fact, but I just kind of assumed with it. So that it was going to be a one-off. Like you, don't know a ton about Vision or Scarlet Witch, which I think was almost better.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I didn't have expectations and I wasn't worried about them ruining ruining a storyline that I loved or anything like that. So but different than you, it was I was hooked right away. I don't know why. Just that first episode, the homage it played to the different decades, like that just drew me in right away. I was like, oh, this is different, and I can get behind this. And I liked how each episode, you jump to the next decade, and then and the way that they did it, they even followed like what they did in the MCU, as far as like the mid credit scenes and the end credit scenes, and so I thought that was really cool. The Malcolm in the Middle homage was even though I wasn't a big Malcolm in the Middle fan or anything, but I thought the homages were great. All the Easter eggs, Marvel's great at that. The little Easter eggs and tying it back into stories and stuff. So I thought those were great. If you haven't watched it, make sure you watch every episode all the way through the.
Sorry about that. If you don't know, I have an Apple computer now, so I have a thing where I can make my screen bigger. And I hit something and made it so big that I couldn't see what I was doing. And I backed myself out of the room by mistake.
Oh, that's all right.
Anyway.
I was just saying, I was telling them, I was like, if you haven't watched it, make sure to watch it all the way through the credits of every episode. Because there are, I don't know if it's I can't remember if it's every episode, but a lot of the episodes have, either end credit or mid credit or both. Like the final has a mid-credit and end-credit scene, which is cool because it looks like it's going to tie it into upcoming films and stories that they have going on. They had 2 credit scenes in the finale, and we saw a Skrull, so that's pretty cool. I thought it was done so well. They do their Easter eggs so well. They just they make it really fun for the super fans, and I appreciate that because I'm not a super fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I still appreciate all that they throw in there. So
yeah, I agree.
Rick liked the ride. Hope people stayed with it. I agree, Rick. I agree.
Certainly it crashed on the night that it premiered. I mean,
the finale.
I think they did.
Well, yeah, it was the most watched show while it was on. It was the most popular show on whatever. I say TV, but we all know what it means. TV is different now. I just call it TV easier, but you know what I mean with that.
That was Falcon and Winter Soldier, the 19th.
Oh, is that when it is?
Yeah, next Friday.
I'll give it. Might actually give it a shot, seeing how good WandaVision is.
That's the one I was looking forward to. That's the one.
I know you
That
are.
and Mandalorian got me to get Disney to begin with. Those two shows.
Yeah. I'll give it a shot. And because the WandaVision, like I said, that was so great that, I'm not a big Falcon and Winter. I don't know much about most superheroes. My favorite superhero is the Tick. So they show you, So, but I'll give it a shot.
All right. Yeah, I think if you guys want to ask to do a bigger dive on the show, comment below, and I wouldn't mind talking about it in depth if they want us to do that. But you have to let us know if you want us to, and make sure. Yes, Black Widow. Yeah. Now they made a mistake when they didn't release it right onto the Disney. They should have did it right on Disney. It's been over a year since it was supposed to come out. They really screwed that up. It should have been on Disney Plus. But make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. As you see, Twitter right now, it says at Reaper Paracast. That is our paranormal podcast. So check that out. We have a podcast talking about all things paranormal, mainly stories, real true stories of hauntings all over the world. We've done the Leap or Lip Castle, however you want to say it. We've done the Bridgewater Triangle. We are doing part 2 of the Cecil Hotel to be released on Thursday. So make sure you check out part 1 and part 2 coming this Thursday. Anything you want to say about the Cecil Hotel, Tom?
Just definitely check out the episode. It's great. The Netflix just had their docu-series on it, and
Awesome.
even better. And so check it out. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun on that show, guys. It's a completely different tone on that show than this show. Go back to sorry. But it's a lot of fun, and definitely check it out, because I think you'll really like it, especially if you're into the paranormal, the supernatural. Though, as we sort of touch on anything that is, that falls under the paranormal umbrella, whether it's hauntings or possessions or, demonic entities or UFOs. I mean, we talk Bigfoot. We talk all of it. So if that's your bag, definitely check it out.
And we're actually talking about possibly going to the Conjuring house and doing an investigation. So if that does come to fruition, we'll definitely be doing an episode on that.
Yes.
We're in talking stages now. We'll see what happens. Plus, we're talking about going other places also. That time of year now, the warmer weather's coming. We have some famous haunted places around here that I want to take Tom to when the weather gets a little warmer. There's a cemetery about 40 minutes away from me that's extremely haunted. We've had a lot of experiences there, physical interaction, like a lot of stuff. So, yeah, we have a lot coming up, a lot going on. So make sure you stay tuned for all that. So I think that's it, Tom. Anything else you got to say, Tom?
No, I'm good.
All right. So thank you guys for joining us today. For Tom and myself, y'all have a good weekend. Thanks, Rich. Thanks, Linda.
Thanks, guys,
for watching.